Hi readers, so welcome back and let's talk a little bit about Thundercake by Patricia Polacco. So what we've done is more of an in-depth study of the book itself as we've moved through it. The things that we were able to add is that as a solution, what we found is, and I think you would notice this and share this with me too, is that her babushka kept the little girl distracted. That's a really important word here. And through that distraction, by having her do the counting and collecting ingredients and making a thunder cake with her, she got the little girl to do things that even she thought she was afraid of. But when she would have that fear, her babushka kept reassuring her that she would be right there to help her. In the end, the little girl learned she was braver than she thought. So over here, while we're retelling, we can add on from after they had been collecting everything up and had gone inside, the final part of our book, the little girl and her babushka made the thunder cake just as the storm arrived. Grandma pointed out how brave the little girl had been doing all those things, and the little girl believed her and wasn't afraid anymore. So there's kind of our short retell. And then a couple of things I wanted to talk to you about is this idea of theme. So a theme is really kind of that purpose of why the author wrote this, and hopefully even the author's message of what they want you to get from it. And so I was thinking about this, and there is a real lesson to be learned here. And I was thinking that, with help, which the little girl had the help from her grandmother, we can really overcome our fears, right? And so I think that the overall theme here is this idea of overcoming our fears. So let's say this: with help, you can overcome, and in her case, past tense would be overcame, the word overcame, right? She overcame her fear. But you can overcome your fear or fears about pretty much anything. And sometimes doing it while still afraid is one of those things that make us brave, okay? So that is Patricia Polacco and Thundercake. And then the last thing I want us to think about is this idea of how we connect to this book. And there are these 3 different ways that we can connect to books that we read. And this first one says text to self. And this is where we think of the book and we think, this reminds me of something in my own life. Text to text is where we would be thinking, hey, this reminds me of another book I read. And we make that connection and it helps us understand the story even deeper. And then the last one is called text to the world. And this is a connection to the world around us. And this could be that it reminds us of a time in history or with what's going on right at this time in our lives. And I was thinking about this story and the things that are going on in our lives right now. And there are things that we might feel fearful about. But what I want you to know is as we all stick together and we support each other, and we don't go through this alone, we really rely on the people that we love and we care about. We too, like Patricia Polacco in her story with her babushka, can learn that some things that we're fearful of are only opportunities to think in different ways and to be strong in ways we never knew we could. So I hope that you really enjoyed that book. I hope that you take the time to try to take your stories slowly and really think through them. And I really enjoyed sharing this book with you. Okay, see you later on the Flipgrid. Bye.